Okay, so this work is called Sacrificial Death of Marcus Curtius, and it's painted by an Italian artist named Paolo Veronese. It's an oil and canvas painting, and it's a Renaissance style work of art. Today, it's housed in the Kunsthistorische Museum. Don't know how to pronounce that, in Vienna, Austria. So for historical relevance, it's depicting the story of Marcus Curtius, and he's sacrificing himself by throwing himself down a fissure at the Roman Forum. And I think the story goes that they were trying to save Rome, basically, and they were throwing a bunch of stuff down there, like a sheep and, like, other trivial things. But then he was like, Rome holds youth most dear, so he threw himself down as a young man, and he saved Rome. It took about 2 years to make, and it's important because it conveys themes of nobility and sacrifice, and obviously he was a hero. Defining characteristics of the work are definitely the perspective that it's painted at, because it's meant to surprise the viewer, because it's kind of from a low down angle. You wouldn't expect something to be painted in this way. And the way it's done, it's meant to be artistically playful and challenge the viewer. So Paolo Veronese, some historical contributions of him, he revolutionized religious painting and quote unquote turned the world of art upside down. And I think it's kind of funny because the perspective of this particular painting is from under, so just silly things. My personal observation of this art is that when I first saw it, I thought he was, like, triumphant and, like, I don't know, like, winning some war. Like, he just looks like he's on a horse and and everyone loves him. But then researching it, knowing that he's a martyr and he's throwing himself into a fissure, it's just interesting that my perspective on it changed completely. And I chose it because, honestly, it was the only round thing in the room that I was in, and it caught my eye. And also the way they displayed it was they tipped it to face downwards, and so that also made me want to look at it more. Compared to other works within the period, it matches the Renaissance art, but I feel like it's such a focused, like, it's a smaller scale thing than the other Renaissance art that I've seen. Like, there's only really one main thing, and I feel like all other Renaissance art is more grand. But anyway, a fun fact about it is that they think that it was originally meant to be a ceiling decoration. So yeah.